Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. If you are looking for a market update within the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, stick around for our weekly discussion. Hey again, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Virginia Carlson with Florida in Motion Realty, and I'm joined tonight by the Prince over here.
Prince of Real Estate.
Yes, the Prince.
Elijah with Florida in Motion Realty as well. Happy to be here as always.
Yeah, we're very happy that you're here, and you can, throughout the show, feel free to leave any comments or questions, and we will definitely answer them for you. Just wanted to say happy summer to everyone where we live. Today was the last day of school, so a lot of kids officially are free for the summer. And I know a lot of people have plans to travel or maybe send their kids to camp like I do.
Or buy some real estate.
Or buy some real estate, maybe moving, need help with moving. But, just maybe put in the comments what you guys like to do during the summer. And if you have any cool plans, we'd love to hear about them and talk about that. So tonight we have some fun information to share with you. And we wanted to start off with this cute little anecdote that I saw this afternoon when I was reading. It is, sorry, give me a sec. Okay, so the house from the Home Alone movie in Winnetka, Illinois has just been put on the market. And
Whoa.
It's pretty amazing. It's a really beautiful home.
That's gigantic.
It's gigantic.
Isn't that like a meme online? Like people are saying, like, wait a minute, weren't those parents in like their 30s in the movie or like early 40s and they owned this? Like, I mean, it's different like economy, different purchasing power.
Right. It might have been a little far-fetched, but this is a 16-room, almost 10,000 square foot home, and it is on the market for $5.25 million. But the controversy with it, if you want to call it that, or the debate rather, is the home has been completely renovated on the inside. So it looks nothing like it did in the 1990 film. But
do they have pictures?
They do have. So we have some pictures, like here, for instance, this is the kitchen. It looks very different.
Wow.
Very modern.
It still looks like Christmas in that it looks like snow. It's
exactly
totally white. But yeah, there was like tile countertops.
Yeah, gone are the green tile countertops. Yeah.
And your wood in there, like Christmassy red and green drapery.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's some of that you see. Oh, you got.
Yeah, so here's Kevin McAllister obviously running through the house, and it looks very Christmassy and different. And now this is the same staircase. Wow. Obviously, it's the same staircase, but it looks very modern and updated and renovated.
That looks exactly like what clients of mine want right now. I will say, yeah, it's hard to see something get renovated like when they do that to the Amityville Horror House or something. Right. They change the iconic windows, or it's just that, unless they turned this into a national landmark or something, or it's an actual museum, then like the owners have every right to update it and just keep that alive in the celluloid rather than in reality. But that is going to be tough.
I know. I mean, it's beautiful inside, and it I guess, from the outside, it still looks like the same house. So I guess you can create your home at Christmas if you do that.
I just want to know what security company they use to secure that place from any burglars. I want to shout to the hills. If it was like ADT or something, just like, we'll keep Marvin and Harry out of there.
We'll keep the guys out. And the home, unfortunately, does not come with any of the booby traps that the little boys set up either.
Can keep any of the props in the garage or anything. Oh wow, that wallpaper. Yeah, wallpaper is not in now. So that up there compared to below.
Right. So here's the master when they, the parents are freaking out because they might miss their flight. And then this is the master now. So it looks like a completely different bedroom, but that it's still fun because that's where the movie was actually filmed, and you still kind of have that.
I'm just writing the listing description in my head as I see this stuff. Natural light and these beautiful luxury vinyl floors.
Right.
Oh, wow. Doggy door.
So there's the kitchen, and again, here's the kitchen now.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't even look like the same place. But it would still be really cool to say I own the house, that was in Home Alone, because everybody loves that movie. We were just talking about how we like our favorite Christmas movies. And
it has I don't remember the basketball court from the
no,
movie.
this definitely was not part of the movie, but they have a full-on basketball court in the basement of this house. So that's pretty awesome. That's impressive.
And it has a home theater. I'm surprised they that's
cute. They have
they
a poster, a movie poster in the home theater.
Like a Lego Kevin there.
Yeah.
So they're in on it. They're having fun with it.
Totally.
I mean, that, like, would you say $5 million? I mean, that's got to be Illinois real estate, location, beautiful, expensive upgrades, and of course the provenance of it being in what I think I've even seen some like lists or polls put Home Alone as the #1 favorite Christmas movie by some websites. So hey,
it's definitely up there as one of the classics.
Yeah, I'd have to really mull over where it would rank on my own, but we like our movies.
I know it's hard to compare with A Christmas Story, but I do love Home Alone.
Well, cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, so that's a fun little anecdote that we found today. But speaking of homes that we have that are for sale, well, let's talk about some that are actually in our neighborhood in Florida. And I know, Elijah, you have one that you're excited to talk about that's back on.
Absolutely. We have listed in the kind of speaking of the magic of cinema and Hollywood and all that, beautiful childhood memories, Celebration, Florida, the town built by Disney. We have a also very large estate home that we've got that has also been beautifully updated in the neighborhood of Celebration, the Acadias. That's 312 Acadia Lane. Yes. And we have this great, beautiful virtual tour that I'd love to play for you, kind of walk you through the house and some of the updating and location premium that was done. This home has a amazing lot premium in that there's so many checklists that people love to see in this town that are coveted, like fenced in yard space, a pool, a screened in patio, water view, golf view, and of course conservation. So this kind of brings the whole package. I'm not really seeing it on the screen. I don't know.
All right, I'll bring it up. Let's do it. Let's bring it here. And we can press play.
So 312 Acadia Lane in lovely Celebration Court. It's got golf course view, of course, and water view, as you can see here. Gigantic, a home over 6,000 square feet. It's got that split garage you're seeing there, and amazing updates with the recessed lighting, beautiful floors, wine cellar. Cafe appliances.
Like the double island.
Yes, I love that barn door kitchen with the pantry. It's big, walk-in, and beautiful. Hot filler. All those little flourishes. Your wine fridge there, and the sort of butler's pantry.
Yeah, beautiful.
There you go. The hot tub, the water view, fenced-in yard, golf view. And we'll place the grill out there. Oh, that bathroom is so cool because in addition to the regular shower, you've got, as you can see there, you can actually walk out to the outdoor shower.
Yeah, that's nice.
And be able to enjoy that. It truly is the best lot in Celebration right now, I would say. And according to the people that we work with, the builders were kind of competing for who was going to be the building company to build on this lot.
Oh, wow. And
as you saw there's a home theater upstairs as well, because we saw one in the Home Alone house. And great place to watch Home Alone with the family for the holiday season. It's got those theater chairs and a real projection screen that conveys. kind of highlighting the broader North Village area with this incredible pavilion so you can host events and have the access to public pool and volleyball as well. But all of that is available to you for the incredible price of $2,499,999, and really that sounds, that is a home that is worthy of that premium dollar. So if you have any questions, please, my number is below. We are incredibly proud to have this listing and to represent the owners, who are amazing people. They go in, that's what they do. They go into these homes and they beautify them, update them to the nines, bring a home to its fullest potential, and they're just kind of ready to move on to the next adventure. So
yeah,
that's all Celebration's about.
It really is beautiful. And we have some comments. Thank you, Kim, for commenting that is the best lot in Celebration. It truly is. I mean,
yeah, it's got it all. It's got everything that people ask us for. It's got the whole checklist.
Right. And as you could see from the aerial view, just how beautiful it is, overlooking the golf course and that whole pool area. So just really pretty, picturesque setting. Definitely. Thank you for sharing that.
Happy to do so. Please share it around.
Definitely, we will. So when you find your perfect home in Celebration, in Florida, we don't have basements, obviously, because the water level is too high. But so people use their garages, like it seems like a natural thing to use your garage for various things, not just storage necessarily. So we're seeing trends going that way, that they're not just for cars or storage. I know a lot of people might use them for storage because of the no basement. However, there is a trend that's happening now throughout the country that people are using their garages more as a functional space because of just the way it's situated, or just maybe the access to it. I see a lot of people here in Celebration kind of making like a little sitting area almost in the garage. If you see those a lot, Elijah, like people just hanging out kind of like with chairs and maybe like tables and maybe a mini fridge or something. And
definitely see that. You get out those little mini grills or smokers or whatever. And
just kind of having like an extra living space. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, why not? It's part of your house. It's, some of them are fairly large. If you have like a 2 or 3 car garage, like, why not convert it? So let's see what the top trends are going towards in garage renovations or just, conversions, side hustles. Yeah. 40% of homeowners report using the garage as a gym. That's a big one. 25% of homeowners have turned the garage into a workspace for side hustles. So what are some of these side hustles? Things people like to do. Maybe they have a woodworking shop, photography, arts and crafts, maybe a home bakery. If you have, you can get everything kind of hooked up in the garage area, just maybe an office for freelancing or.
Yeah, didn't Jeff Bezos operate Amazon out of his garage back when he was an upstart at the humble beginnings?
That is absolutely true. He did, and when it was just he was selling books only, it was all out of his garage. So there's a lot to be said for garage conversions, I guess. So all this cool stuff. Whatever you're into, you can convert your home into these new cool places. Let's see. Conversion to a gym, an average cost to homeowners is around $4,000. I think that depends on what you want to do in a workout, like what you love to do. Maybe you just want to do yoga and maybe some free weights, and that obviously wouldn't cost you as much as the big machines do. I know a lot of people might want to do like the Peloton, things like that. So, I mean, the garage is cool. So I know I use my garage. I will say that I shamefully just use my garage for storage. I don't even park my car in there, but maybe one day I'll convert it into something else.
Well, in Florida, garages could get a bit hot in the summer months. So people do those things where they get those air conditioners that are just sort of separately mounted into just the garage to isolate and air condition that smaller square footage space, and you make it pretty by putting in some epoxy or some floor mats or padding there to make it that functional. And the cool thing about that is it's easy to undo as
Yeah,
well,
that's a
whether you've turned it into a workshop or a dojo or a little office space. So it's great. People, even when they do the big vacation rental stuff, I see them turn the garage into some sort of recreational space.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too, with like a pool table or air hockey, things like that.
Yes, it adds more to your ability to put on fun and living spaces and themed areas for your investment properties. So yeah, that's a great article.
Yeah. So, but if you are planning on, I mean, we saw that the biggest trend for the garages was a home gym. So I found this other kind of related article about if you are planning on making some sort of gym in your house, garage or otherwise, just some tips on planning and paying for a home gym. So they're saying the gyms range from 300 to 15,000, but like I was saying earlier, like I think that really depends on what you're into. And they're suggesting in this article just quickly that really think about what you want to do when you work out. Like, do you really need all this other stuff, or is it, don't put too much in that you're end up, it just sits there and you don't really use it. So obviously,
I don't know what the biggest Bowflex machine goes for these days.
I don't know, but I think all that kind of things can add up. But you can also buy them secondhand. You don't have to buy that kind of equipment like brand new.
Okay. So someone else is already sweating on that, Virginia.
Oh,
Ryan in the comments. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, you love air hockey. You use it for that. Hey, that's good.
I do love air hockey too. I'm very competitive, so I'd like to play air hockey. It's one of those.
Yeah, please, anyone in the chat, feel free to chime in. Let us know what's the best. What's the way that you're using your garage, or what's your dream function for the garage? Do you need a 3-car garage space for it necessarily? Because sometimes people come to us, they say that's make or break. So we know how to be on the lookout for you. We'll get your checklist. We'll find it.
Definitely. So just some fun things to think about when you're kind of, you found the home that you love and you want to add the things to make it unique and special to you. So those are just some suggestions that we have here. But then sometimes, Elijah, you were telling me that you've been having some clients maybe that, they want different things in their home search. And so what suggestions do we have here for people that might be looking for 2 different things, but they, live together. So you kind of have to compromise.
Yes.
Like
couples may live in separate bedrooms, but they can't live in separate houses necessarily. So they got to compromise on that.
Yeah.
I was attracted to these articles because it was something that came up in my experience recently. I did some showing tours for a couple, and we were seeing different houses in the community. And then suddenly it was like, wait a minute, the husband likes these and the wife likes these. And all of a sudden it's like, wait, how are they going to reconcile? They've got, so like I found this 5 dues when your partner wants different things in a home. And so I just kind of thought that's an interesting and actually more relevant topic than you realize in real estate.
Absolutely.
Basically, what this article amounts to is basically get everything out in the open, just sort of lay out, voice your needs too, and especially not at the end. Sometimes we hear these conversations where it's like one partner has totally deferred to the other, and they, the husband will say, "Oh, she's the boss," or the wife will say, I just, defer to him. But that's maybe not the healthiest way to go into this situation. We want to have that conversation at the beginning. Like, what are my needs? What kind of rooms in the house? What kind of daily routine do we really want to have with this? Sometimes the market, people get a little bit afraid to voice their needs because it's a low inventory market and they don't want to be too picky, or they don't want to bother us too much by being too specific. But we are here to serve you, because a home, as we say, it's the biggest investment that most people make, and it's it's their happy place. And so whatever it takes, please start that conversation early. And then it says prioritize the conflicting wants and needs. Couples with a strong track record of reaching compromises and problem resolution may do this naturally, but newlyweds may not have worked out that sort of conflict management or communication skills with their approach. So it's time, the home purchasing process is a great way to sort of develop that muscle. It's and just ask yourself those questions. Who's all living in here? Are we planning the space for an in-law? How many kids do we have or planning to have? What are we going to do in our spare time, and what rooms and needs do we need for that? Do we really see ourselves using the personal pool, or is we okay just making a drive down to the community pool a couple times? Those are just real conversations to have. It says number 3 to bring your agent into the conversation. Of course, at the end, it's your decision, but we're going to be the one to help you see what's there, and maybe even access into our Rolodex of what can be done to sort of help with that compromise. Like, it doesn't have this, but we can have the house this way for this great deal, and I know a guy who can help build this or add this, or we have contractors who can do the thing that's going to at least make both of you feel happy.
I think that's a good point, that adding us into the mix of the conversation might provide answers that the other two people haven't thought of. So it's kind of just like another brain kind of working for you.
And number 5, you'd think it goes without saying, but don't let there be a power struggle. Don't be dismissive or disrespectful or minimizing of the other partner's concern. You really have to make this a partner effort, because like I say, mama's not happy, nobody's happy. Happy life, happy wife, happy all that stuff.
Right, all that
it's just don't just kind of defer that stuff. We really everybody's input is valid in the family making decisions. And I had another article that was next that sort of couples and bookends into this broader discussion that I'm having, because what we were talking about is maybe like a little bit more for the primary home residents that you could be homesteading and bringing up a family. But as far as if a young couple is wanting to also just sort of plan their financial future with real estate investing as a potential, we found this article from Forbes that was saying, 5 real estate investing tips for married couples. And it kind of ties in. You may have different goals when it says set goals here, because it's really just going to be more about the money, more about the function, more about what features are going to bring us a higher rental income, and what's kind of where is it okay for us to cut corners in order to save costs, because it doesn't have to be perfect for us. So do some of that investigating of what the competition's having, which areas are bringing in the highest rental for the lowest investment. That's where we as your realtors can be a great resource, because with the MLS and with our market expertise and experience, we have the ability just to start diving into all the systems and programs that we're plugged into to sort of pull up those data sheets for you and go in there. And this article also emphasizes communication, which is key. If there's any different disagreements there, don't make any assumptions about what the other person's going to be okay with, because it's the scenario it's talking about here is buying a new construction home as an investment or buying a fixer-upper. And you just got to be really clear on the same page about who's willing to do what's the mental toll in taking on these projects, and if it's for you or if it's for an investment, you really just got to decide how much work you really are doing. And if you are as creative in your own planning as you think you are, or if you just know this is what I want to do. We have people who are interior home designers and planners and architects in our Rolodex as well, who can sort of partner with you to help make those decisions about what's popular, what's trending, what's beautiful, what's more cost effective. And we have our own sort of HGTV people who go in and can take those fixer-uppers for you. So you're not just sort of fighting with each other about, should it be blue, should it be green, what's gonna bring us more renters.
Right.
And and obviously talk to your accountants or whoever about any tax deductions or any finance tips that you need to know about when it comes what the difference between investment property and homesteading and all
Mm-hmm.
that, or like
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that the rent is even going to be worth it, that you picked the right place or the right time to undertake this kind of investment strategy.
Right. Yeah, those are all definitely very good tips. Very helpful for anyone looking to, save for investing and, trying to sort out their finances. But, those are great articles. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it's just so funny when you got two people are living together, but they both want a different house. It's you ever see that, like the show Wednesday, where Wednesday Adam has to live with the
Yeah, right. The roommate
and
and
they literally
complete
divide the room
opposite.
in half, and one half is pink and the
Yeah.
other half is goth
Right.
black. It's just,
Right.
I
Right.
don't know if that's how it works in your own house, but
But it's
we
all
uh,
about,
we do the best we can for you.
yeah, it's all about compromise, but we're definitely here to help and maybe navigate some of that with you and answer all the millions of questions that will definitely inevitably pop up. But I think we covered some really cool topics this week, and I'm happy that everyone who tuned in was able to tune in. And thank you for the comments as well. And again, everyone, just have a great start to your summer, and we will see you soon. We're gonna talk about, in the next week or so, we're gonna talk about some of the beautiful pools and amenities that are here in Celebration for
Yes.
everyone to enjoy throughout the summer and really throughout the whole year, because it's like paradise here. So very nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hope you had a great Memorial Day
Right.
weekend, and
Mhm.
we're gonna keep bringing you content on this show. So
Yeah.
appreciate you liking and subscribing.
Yes. Like and subscribe. And thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Near
Bye.
Disney. Bye.